Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited today to be able to give my speech as your departing school vice captain. But before I begin, I would just like to say that it has been an honour to have been given the opportunity to lead this school alongside three amazing people, Patty, Lucy and Mitch, with the incredible guidance of Miss Harwood and Mr. Anderson. I have loved every second of it, and I will be eternally grateful to St. John's and its inclusive, loving community for everything it has done for me. I've been thinking about this speech for a while, carefully mulling over what I could possibly talk about. I originally thought I could discuss my undying love for Oprah Winfrey and Harry Styles, but after realising you're probably all a little tired of hearing about my obsessions with these people, I had to give this idea up. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about something that I feel we all experience at some stage in our lives, and that is change. Now, change is not something I have always been open to. I love a good routine, I'm a devoted user of a school diary, and organising myself for the week ahead is my idea of a fun Sunday night in. Anyone who has had the pleasure of studying geography with me this year will know that I'm a bit of a stress head and I'm a tad prone to the odd mental breakdown over absolutely nothing. As my fellow Year 12s know, I am the devoted founder of the Year 12s 2020 Facebook page and currently have also been the only person to post anything on there at all. While one may see these attributes as those of a control freak, I would prefer the term avid organiser. While these elements of my personality have been useful to me throughout some aspects of my life, they have also caused me to struggle with the concept of change. We live in an ever-changing world on a planet that spins at approximately 1,000 miles per hour, meaning that we are never really in the same place for all that long. For someone that enjoys order, this is a scary idea. I've been fortunate to have been able to maintain a reasonably organised lifestyle for the majority of my high school years, but nothing could have prepared me for 2020. I've been planning what my Year 12 would look like ever since I first stepped inside those big maroon gates. For all of my teenage years, I've been a devoted watcher of coming-of-age movies. You know, the ones about high school and drama and teen relationships, all the good stuff that makes you laugh and cry. Movies like The Duff, Mean Girls, The Breakfast Club, Lady Bird, High School Musical. This year was going to be my coming-of-age film. I was going to get my High School Musical moment of us all coming together, perhaps singing a song or two in the hallways. I had a whole vision of what I thought my final year of high school would be like. And then coronavirus rocked up. Suddenly, my dreams of this incredible movie-like year were crushed. I couldn't come to school, I couldn't see my friends, and I definitely couldn't organise a fully choreographed dance routine to it all in this together. The realisation that everything had changed hit me like a ton of bricks. This was supposed to be my year, our year as Year 12s, and now everything seemed like a mess. So here I was, devastated, heartbroken, miserable. What did I do? Well, for a while I cried about it, spent quite a lot of time on TikTok and felt sorry for myself. While I did successfully learn the renegade dance in this time, this approach to the situation didn't do much for how I was feeling or anyone around me. It wasn't until a very amazing and inspiring teacher pulled me aside one afternoon to tell me that this coronavirus, while a scary and terrible thing, does have positives. She told me, this is your trial. In life, we all have moments of difficulty, moments when all we want to do is curl up in a ball and let the world swallow us up. It is these times of pure sadness that make us human, that make the happy times even happier and prompt us to be so grateful for the wonderful lives we are privileged to lead. After all, what is a good film without a moment of hardship or struggle? If Harry Potter had just killed Voldemort in the first movie and the rest of the movies were just him going to school and hanging out with Ron and Hermione, it would have been pretty boring. If Troy and Gabriella didn't have their summertime fight, we would never have got, undeniably, one of the most iconic High School Musical songs, Gotta Go My Own Way. And if Lightning McQueen never got lost in Radiator Springs, he would never have learnt that winning isn't everything and that friendship is the most powerful thing in the world. Upon reflection, I realised that I had missed out a whole vital section of my Year 12 movie. I'd forgotten about the importance of a challenge. By changing my mindset towards this big change in my life, my mood began to lift drastically. I realised that change doesn't have to be such a scary topic, and that it can actually allow me to learn a lot more about myself and the people I love and care about. I found that by distracting myself from my worries about the changing world around me, my whole outlook on being away from friends, school, and in complete isolation began to shift. I decided to make the most of this unique time I was living in. I started spending more time with my sister, going for walks around my neighbourhood to get fresh air, baked a couple of cakes, dyed the front strips of my hair pink. I did things that were a little out of my comfort zone. I took some advice from Elsa and simply let it go. I found that by opting for this new approach, I began to become more comfortable with my ISO life. More than ever, I had found an appreciation for the cliche saying of everything happens for a reason. Because of coronavirus, I've become more grateful for the things I took for granted in the past, like being able to see my cousins, go out for dinner with my family, and even give my friends a hug. If anything, the change that I was so scared to accept has actually made me a lot more appreciative of the small things in life and softened my strong will to always be in control. If I can leave you with one final message, let it be this. Change isn't something to shy away from. It's something to run at with open arms. Altering your mindset towards tackling new challenges will do you a world of good. And if you ever feel completely overwhelmed, remember that even movie storylines aren't perfect. Go with the flow, and you might just find that the new version of your story turns out even better than anything you ever could have imagined. Thank you.